Jem is my name, no one else is the same. Jem is my name. Jem.
The Jem Jam, Part 1, reads the episode selected by DVD menu. And I think, ooh, a multi-part episode. Would Christy Marks be the one who penned it, by any chance? Yep. So Christy Marks is back to pen another two-parter. She likes them multi-part episodes, it seems. So the Jem Jam, unfortunately, is not a jar of fruit preserve. Jem and the Holograms are putting on another concert. The Jem Jam. Yeah, because they're jamming, you see. And they're inviting a lot of music stars who are all analogs of existing stars. Like there's a Stevie Wonder analog and a Tina Turner, Mick Jagger. So got a couple of them. And of course, the whole thing is a surprise. So she invites the press and a bunch of things to a big announcement. It's like, we're going to do the Jem Jam, and it stars Mick Jagger and Stevie Wonder and Tina Turner. Oh, isn't all this cool? And the Misfits and Eric Bad Guy are like, we want to know what's happening, but we weren't invited. I know. I've got a secret plan. We'll put Clash in a disguise, give her a camera, and send her in. And Clash says, it's invite only. How am I going to get in? And Eric says, oh, yeah, I'm sure you'll figure it out. Well, two things with this. Number one, Video is in there, who's Clash's cousin, who'd probably recognize her anyway, but that doesn't come up, so eh. The second thing is Bonnie is taking tickets at the door, and she's 9 years old, which means she's dumb. So Clash says, hey, little orphan, your father is in the lobby looking for you. And Bonnie looks at her and goes, really? And Clash is like, yeah. And Bonnie says, does he have red hair? Clash goes, yep, that's the one. She's like, oh my god, my father's here, and runs away. It's like, wow, this child is stupid. Lucky me. And she heads in. And she puts out and she starts recording the announcement, which is feeding directly to a monitor where the Misfits and Eric are, who's using Tech Rat and his gadgets to monitor what's happening in the invite-only party. Ah, a Jem Jam. Okay, Eric, Misfits, and? So Jem is doing a show. What? Okay, do your own show. You're a group. You're good at this. Just go do stuff. But Ashley is sitting there thinking, I'm going to be a star one day. And a whole music video plays with Ashley and the Starbrights or something like that. Starlights, maybe. It's a whole music video sung by Ashley and some of the Starlight Girls. And it's pretty good. Let's see. Deidre is there on guitar. It's been established that she's learning guitar, so that's nice. Had, what's her name? Lena, I think? I don't think she's been named. Remember way back in episode 8, we saw Ashley smooching someone else, and I couldn't figure out who that was? I figured out who it was. That's one of the Starlight Girls. I didn't recognize her because they drew her the wrong skin color. But I finally figured out that's... I don't think she's actually been named in any of the episodes yet, but it's something like Lena. So we now ship Ashlina. The other woman is... I don't remember her name. Don't know if she's been named yet. But she's... I know she's had some spoken lines. I don't remember what her name is. Doesn't matter. So anyway... Ruffians burst into the Jem Jam announcement. Like... real rough ruffians. Hooligans, one might call them. Claiming they're fans of Jem, but then they just bust everything up. Did Eric and the Misfits send them? I guess, probably. I mean, everyone assumes they did. Even if they didn't, everyone's like, oh, God, the Misfits. So, everyone just kicks their butt and throws them out. All right, so we bring all of the performers to the Starlight Mansion, and to prepare for the upcoming JEM Jam. And Bonnie is sitting there going, I want my daddy. Being an orphan sucks. And one of the drummers for, one of the analogs is Bruce Springsteen, and his drummer has red hair. She's like, that must be my dad! Because you have to imagine little Bonnie does this every time she sees some dude with red hair. She's like, my daddy! Hugs. So she follows this guy around and holds his hand and stuff. It's pretty funny. Bonnie also has a song of her own, pining for her long-lost father. And it's pretty good. The do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do sound that they put throughout the song I don't like. That strikes me as a stereotypically Chinese progression, and she's half Vietnamese. But I'm no expert in music, so what do I know? Either way, still a decent song, well performed, and interesting that the two songs in this episode are, neither of them are by the Holograms or the Misfits, so weird. Also, they must have dumped all their animation budget into this sequence because it went up several notches. I mean, there's Bonnie is drawn and animated very well. There's like a 180-degree pan around her. Her hair is flapping in the wind. Looks really nice. So, what else we got going on? Oh, JEM takes a ride in a helicopter, and the Misfits release a bunch of balloons, and it nearly crashes the helicopter. But it doesn't. And they survive. So that's good. And then the episode ends. I'm like, whoa, that's a short episode. And so they encore the Ashley's song and Bonnie's song. And then they have another PSA. Which is also out of the usual format where the kids identify a problem and the solution, and then JEM confirms that they done did the right thing. But this one works because it's like a really little girl lost at a park or a theme park or something like that. And she's like, oh no! And Bonnie turns around and is like, what's wrong? She's like, I lost my big sister. What do I do? And Bonnie says, don't panic. Well, I guess, it's the... Actually, I don't remember if Bonnie says don't panic or JEM shows up and says don't panic. But anyway, that one works too. If you're ever lost, find a security guard. And security guard's, oh yeah, sister's looking for her. Here she is. And then a redheaded guy walks past him. Bonnie goes, Daddy? No, that doesn't happen. But it would have been really funny. So, yeah, let's see what... totally forgot a huge plot point. Some Madonna analog was invited to the JEM Jam, but she was late, so the Holograms had to pick her up at the airport. But the Misfits intercept them, and through Tech Rat shenanigans, send them to the wrong gate to pick up Madonna. And so the Misfits end up picking up Madonna. And I guess the plan is to just kidnap her and hold her hostage? Is that the plan, Misfits? Is that what you're doing? You gonna kidnap Madonna? Why? Oh no! We can't do a show with Tina Turner and Bruce Springsteen and Stevie Wonder and like a little Michael Jackson analog and Mick Jagger. How are we gonna go on without Madonna? I mean, Madonna's great, don't get me wrong, but that's a hell of a lineup. If one of them drops out, I think you'll be okay. Is that not the plan? Maybe the plan is rope her into your own show? Pretend you are the Holograms? I don't know what the Misfits' plan is. I don't know if the Misfits know what the Misfits' plan is. But JEM, Aja or someone spots Stormer outside in the parking lot. It's like, oh, they've got Madonna. So JEM says, you guys find your own way home. I'll go chase them. I guess they can take a cab, so not a big deal. Anyway, JEM follows them home, breaks onto the Misfits' property. They take her back to, Pizzazz's mansion. And JEM breaks in and then gets attacked by dogs, and that's the end of the episode. So, Will Jem have her flesh torn from her bones by angry toothy dogs? Probably not, but maybe.
Synergy, I need some punk repellent.